Okay guys, lots and lots to be very, very happy about if you are a Kill Team fan, or you like orcs, or you're interested in the Death Core of Krieg coming out in plastic. Now, a lot of this stuff we already know, but we've got a brand new trailer which I'll be going through in a minute. Now, before I get onto that, I'll say that if you haven't already seen that trailer, head over to the Warhammer community website or Warhammer's YouTube channel and have a look at that trailer first, because when I go through it, I'm going to be pausing it and talking about a few things and that kind of stuff. Okay, so back to this, reasons to be happy. New logo probably means new edition. I'll be amazed if it's not a new edition. Now, as with Warcry, I feel like Kill Team has become quite bloated in the last couple of years, just because we've got lots and lots of different books, lots and lots of different things going on. I think it's a really good time to bring everything back together and start streamlining a few bits and pieces. So I am hoping for a much more streamlined game of Kill Team. New edition, so that's it. Be happy for that. Be happy for the new trailer, which we're going to talk about in a minute. It is a cinematic trailer, so we don't see any of the box contents or anything like that. So when I go through it, I'm going to be presuming that most of the things that I see are going to appear in this new box. Again, another reason to be happy, Death Core of Krieg and Orc Commandos. And then a huge one for me, so they are describing this here as a massive launch box. So for the uninitiated, a launch box when it comes to Warhammer content is usually, it means a lot of content at a discounted price. So this, don't get me wrong, this box is likely to be expensive, but it will be much more trimmed down in terms of price than the sum of its parts, if you know what I mean. So basically, the initial Kill Team starter set, or the Warcry first starter set, or Indomitus, or Dominion, which came out last weekend, all of those sort of things, launch boxes, expensive boxes in their own rights in terms of that money value, but in terms of the sum of their part, well discounted against what you would expect to buy them separately. Okay, so let's have a look at this trailer, and like I say, I'll be pausing it when I see something that I either find interesting or something which might allude to something that will be in that box. Obviously, it's highly likely that we'll know everything about the box by this time tomorrow, but I thought it'd be interesting to go through it now anyway. Okay, so let's take a look. Lord Commander Solo Octarius. So first things first, we see some orc terrain. This looks very Sector Mechanicus, but very, very much obviously orc in nature. So before, what I was worried about is potentially getting a new set which is along the vein of Pariah Nexus or Rogue Trader. And as much as I liked both of those boxes, I was worried that we would get walkways and doorways and all that kind of thing, and not any really proper, fully fledged terrain. However, this particularly, I think this is going to be a terrain piece that's in the game. Otherwise, it's there. It's the first thing you see in the trailer. So hopefully, this is an indication as to the sort of thing that we might get. Okay, so there we've got Demolitions Expert for the Death Core of Krieg. So interestingly, as we go through, we'll look at some of the different weapon types that some of these guys have got. Right, okay, so Orc Commando. Very, very cool. I mean, his whole trailer is amazing. It's got to be. There's been some very, very good cinematic trailers, but I really like this. Probably because I'm a massive Kill Team fan anyway. But yeah, I really like this. But yes, Orc Commandos, here's the first one we see. And there's a first indication of just how weak these infantrymen are. So quite a few of these will die during the course of the cinematic trailer. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me one little bit. Okay, so we've just seen Death Core of Krieg. So we've got a Demolitions guy. We could see him there at the very start, kind of setting his bomb. We've just seen the guy on the Vox. We saw a guy behind him with a rifle. We'll see another guy in a minute that has got a sniper rifle. There's actually two with sniper rifles. But hopefully this is an indication, and again we'll see it with the Orc Commandos, an indication that the sprues that come in this set will hopefully not just be a standard monopose kit in terms of, you know, they'll be push fit and you'll have one stance, you'll have one weapon, you won't get any different loadouts. Hopefully this kit will be a fully fledged sprue that gives us all of the possible options that we'll get for these units. Headshot, nice. Okay, another scene there showing that sniper rifle, one hit kill, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Squigs. So this little squig bomb dude. So we are likely to get this in the box as well, which is really exciting. So what, again, going back to Pariah Nexus, when we got that set, it was really cool that we got, for the heavy intercessors, that we got the full sprue, all the different options. Now, unless these squigs are coming with the Orc Commandos, which I don't think they will, but I'm not entirely sure, perhaps we're going to get Orc Commandos plus another sprue, which means potentially, maybe, could that happen for the Krieg? Are we going to get just their standard units and something else? Okay, carry on. Okay, so we just saw there some really handy work with the chain sword from the Krieg. So good work there. Maybe an indication that will be fairly decent in hand-to-hand combat. I kind of doubt it, but it is possible. We don't know what their rules are going to be. And then obviously completely different loadout for the Orc Commandos. So we've got a flamer here as well, and he looks like a pretty mean brute as well. If this is an indication of the style of the model that we're going to get in that set, then I'm going to be very happy indeed. Now that was a pretty harsh death that we just witnessed there. Probably something more graphic and extreme than anything I've seen from a Warhammer trailer in the past. But again, it is a spectacle. Really, really cool stuff. And there we have it, Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team, skirmish combat in the 41st millennium. So I am really, really hyped up for tomorrow now. I can't wait to see. I hope there's not further teasing. We actually get to see the full contents of this box. From the video I put out the other day, there was some interesting stuff there, some real divide. There's a few people in the comments saying that that they do hope this becomes a much more streamlined beast, more in the vein of Warcry, and then some other commenters saying that if that is the case, if that's what they go ahead and do, they're out. They won't be interested in next edition if they water it down too much. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, I have to say. I think that what I love about Warcry, and I know we shouldn't compare the two that much, what I love about Warcry is that I can turn up and not even have a list prepared and have something in about 5 minutes. Kill Team, for me at least, I need a much longer run up than that. But that's it. I'll be back tomorrow after the live stream to go through my thoughts, and we'll pick apart the contents of this box and anything else that gets announced then. But thanks so much for watching, much appreciated. Come and join me tomorrow and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you later, guys. See ya.